going to be out of town on May the 12th, the next city council meeting. So I wanted to make sure there was no one else going to be out of town since we have an important decision coming up at that meeting. So I just wanted to make sure. I'll plan to call in. I know I won't be able to vote, but everyone else going to be here May 12th?
Yeah. Wedding anniversary.
Are you going to be?
I'd rather be. You all.
We love you too.
Perfect. Okay, I just wanted to I let the mayor know, but I wanted to let everyone know that. So I'll plan to participate remotely in the discussion, but not vote. With that, I would propose a consent agenda of new business items number 7, 8, 9, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, all the way through 26. And utility, 26 is the new agenda. There's a
Okay.
resolution accepting federal aviation administration grant funds, item
Okay.
26. And then on utility board, item number 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is it.
I'd like to remove 17.
17, okay.
And I just had a question on 20, but it's not necessarily about that particular resolution. It was just a comment within the agenda that said with our current project backlog. So I'm just curious, like, how backlogged are we? Yeah, so I don't know if that requires taking off consent. I just had a question about that.
You
What was
take it
the,
off consent and, I mean, it'd be faster, honestly,
Yeah,
to
sure.
consent and take it off.
Okay, so let me go through them again.
Sorry. I just-
So item 7, 8, and 9. 16, 18, 19, 21 through 26. And utility board 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, 8.
Why not,
An ordinance,
oh, sorry.
because that would be against the rules.
Thank you for the explanation.
we're not doing 17 and we're not.
Not doing 17 or 20. Okay, is there a motion for that? Is there a second?
A motion and a second.
Seabath,
Yes.
Studer,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree.
Yes.
Mayor, I'll close the committee and pass it back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna do our two proclamations and then we can do our consent or red consent agenda. I know some of our linemen probably don't want to stay for the entire but we do appreciate you. So we do have a proclamation for National Lineman Day, and so I'm going to read the proclamation and then we'll have you guys come forward for a picture. Okay. The proclamation reads as, the profession of electric lineman requires passion, dedication, and is steeped in tradition. And whereas linemen work 365 days a year in inclement weather and dangerous conditions to build, maintain, and repair the electric infrastructure, often putting their lives on the line to keep the power on. And whereas linemen are also often the first responders during storms and other catastrophic events, working to make the scene safer for other first responders. And whereas the dedication of Bentonville linemen strengthens not only our city, but the entire region. And whereas the city of Bentonville joins other communities across the nation in recognizing and celebrating the profession of electric linemen, and therefore we honor our Bentonville Electric Utility Department personnel for exemplary service to the city. Now therefore, I, Stephanie Orman, Mayor of the City of Bentonville, do hereby proclaim April 18th, 2026 as National Lineman Appreciation Day in the City of Bentonville and call upon all citizens and businesses to acknowledge and thank the linemen you see for the selfless and dangerous work they perform every day to keep our power on and the public safe. Given this 28th day of April in Bentonville in the great state of Arkansas and the United States of America. And I do realize that the date is before, but this was the first city council meeting that we could get it to, so if you guys want to come forward?
I know, right?
Oh,
Come on, Travis.
I don't, they make me look good, that's all.
That's true.
We'll go on the side, there we go, there we go.
The support.
Right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Travis, are we still at 99.9?
Nine.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Lyman.
Okay, and our next proclamation is to celebrate National Library Week. The proclamation reads as this: whereas libraries spark creativity, fuel imagination, and inspire lifelong learning, offering a space where individuals of all ages can explore new ideas and be drawn to new possibilities. And whereas libraries serve as vibrant community hubs, connecting people with knowledge, technology, and resources while fostering civic engagement, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. And whereas libraries provide free and equitable access to books, digital tools, and innovative programming, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of background, have the support they need to learn, connect, and thrive. And whereas libraries partner with schools, businesses, and organizations, connecting the dots to maximize resources, increase efficiency, and expand access to essential services, strengthening the entire community. Whereas libraries empower job seekers, entrepreneurs, and lifelong learners by providing access to resources, training, and opportunities that support career growth and economic success. And whereas libraries nurture young minds through story times, STEM programs, STEAM programs, and literacy initiatives, fostering curiosity and love of learning that lasts a lifetime. And whereas dedicated librarians and library workers provide welcoming spaces that inspire discovery, collaboration, and creativity for all. Now therefore, I, Stephanie Orman, Mayor of the City of Bentonville, do hereby proclaim April 19th to 25th, 2026 as National Library Week. During this week, I encourage all residents to find your joy in visiting your library. And we do realize this one is a week later too, but this was first council meeting so that we could get it to. So, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
We can celebrate libraries any day. It doesn't have to be on that clock.
Libraries.
1, 2. Looks good. Oh, and we're just so happy that people love the library in our community and we don't have to script and fight the good fight every day. I mean, now we're around there and I see everybody here, you know, all things so supportive of every single one. So, I mean, we couldn't do it without your support. You know, Sarah's our newest librarian. She joined the team last year, about mid-year as a professional. And I'm real proud of her. She started as a part-timer. I started as part-timer. Yeah, you just never know. You just, really do. I'm still the rookie. I'm still finding my way, but I have a lot of incredible mentorship support. Everybody in the library. I couldn't be happier to be where I am. And this is truly like a dream job. It really is. We have a great library. We really do. Yeah. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, item number 3 under new business is the acceptance of Gayatri Richardson's resignation and declaring a vacancy.
Was there a formal, written resignation?
There was, and it was provided to you in an email.
In your email.
I'm not,
You didn't check on your.
You didn't get it?
I don't think I got it.
Okay,
got
I don't know. It's to there's a city council group email. Did everybody else get it?
Mhm.
Okay, we will check and see why if you're for some reason, but you should be getting it so that you wasn't
When I did the city council list, there was no members in there, so I don't know if it's changed over yet.
I think so.
From,
I got your email, but I don't know if I saw the other on Facebook.
But the email I sent would have had the,
Yeah.
all city
that's the
council
one-
members in
that's
it,
the one
so.
that didn't have the, listserv again. That's why when I had to send the minutes out, I had to go individually. At least that last I noted.
okay.
So
Well,
FYI.
that's good. Well, that was not intentional, so I don't know why, but I don't know why everybody, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I saw it on social media
Me
That's
too.
where
Yeah.
I
because I got your email, but it wasn't in the one email I got from you.
There is a formal, I can pull that for you if you'd like to have.
No, I said, I read it on the paper and
Yeah.
so I understand that it is happening, but I didn't see a formal document about it.
I want to offer just a comment and just my opinion on the matter. I think with 2.5 years left in the term, having gone through several appointments and vacancies in the city council and having been appointed myself a couple of times as a previously elected official, it would make me more comfortable to appoint someone until maybe the general election. I don't know how that works.
my thought.
Mayor, would the city be able to put that position on the general election at no additional cost to the city, or do we know the answer to that?
So we have that question into the county to see.
You would
if
think
they've
so,
required-
but
But they have not,
Okay.
Betsy has not, brought back to me on that. I said, we're waiting for them to tell us. Because I was trying to get an understanding to, like, if you did a general, like, just the general
Yeah.
cost of it, and then if we were able to wait till November, is there still a cost associated, or does it go for that? And so that is the question I have in front of the county right now, but I do not have an answer from them right
I
now.
would like for the citizens to have the opportunity to elect someone for 2
On the
years.
Subject. And I think that if we nominate one person from here to the end of the year and then open the election in November for the following 2 years,
Mhm.
then we'll not be nominating somebody for 2.5 years.
Correct.
It will be just.
That's what I'm saying.
Months.
Yeah.
If we do
But
that.
I
we will-
think we might run into some legal issue because it's all one term. Like, it's,
This
you
is-
can't appoint and have an election for the same term. It's not broken up
According
into
to-
two
we
terms.
We believe
According to
you
Bonnie,
can
we
appoint
can.
an interim until the
You
special
think?
election to be
Okay.
in November, yeah. Technically, that's how it actually worked for the city attorney. So I'm actually fulfilling the last election's term. So I'm just on a 2-year term because I'm fulfilling the previous one's 4-year term because they retired midterm. And then Drew was appointed until the next election.
And I checked with Bonnie this afternoon, and she indicated that if we were to appoint someone, they would not be precluded from running for the seat.
As a county.
Which is an important thing to know.
They still could be candidates.
They could be a candidate along with others. So if we appoint someone to fill the remainder of the term until the end of this year, they would not be precluded from running in November. As long as we can work that out with the county.
But does our ordinance or the bylaws say that we appoint for the remainder of the term? Or does it give us latitude to appoint for a specific time period till the next election?
Until the next election to fill the
For
seat.
the remaining of the year.
Yeah.
I'll say for the remaining of the year, and the candidate who is elected in November begins his or her office in January.
January, which is when they would take office.
As if.
I would prefer to do it for the next election, not do a special election now.
No.
Appoint
there is no
one for 2 years.
There is no special election. It is the election in November in which 4 of us will have to be in there.
If our code allows that.
No. 4 of us will have to be there. And there is another person who has to be added, another position that will have to be added. It will not be a special election. It will be no November election.
Yeah,
And
and that's what we're trying to clarify with county, just if there's costs associated with putting.
And even if there are, I would
Effectively,
still be in
but-
favor of it.
I
think, but
agree.
I would-
There's gonna be cost for a special
Um,
election for that.
The only differentiator would be, it would be for a 2-year term to
Right.
keep us on the right cadence of
Yes.
each.
So there would be a Ward 1 4-year term up and a Ward 1.
Becky's
2-year
term will be up and there will be a 2-year.
in the same ballot.
But she would be up for the 4-year,
Correct.
and this individual would be up for,
2 years.
And
I love that idea because I'm feeling overwhelmed and a little underqualified to speak for all the people of Bentonville.
on
think it's
on
only
the other,
2 years.
on the other hand, it is not only the cost of the election, because if we were, the important piece in my understanding is that if we do an election, for example, in June, there is likely to be a very little response from the citizens. But if we wait until November, then it is gonna be like the rest of the candidates. So that is my proposal, that we do it, a nominate somebody from the candidates on the next meeting for the rest of the year until the 31st of December. And then an election in November for the term for 2 years that begins in January the 1st.
And you're saying we've already checked that we can appoint and elect for the same term?
He said so.
Okay.
That's a state.
Now,
But does the law allow us to just appoint to the next election, or do we have to appoint to fulfill the 2-year?
The law does allow you to appoint to fulfill all of her remaining term. So if it's less than, I think it's a year, then you can only appoint. If it's more than a year remaining of her term, then you can appoint or have a special.
Okay, we could call November our special election.
So clarify the language in the act, it actually says under B2, that the municipality may be appointed under the subdivision of this section to serve in the office until the vacancy is filled at a special election.
Yeah.
It doesn't say general, so I'm assuming we've vetted that.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
defensible to have the special election be in November.
Yeah, I think it's still a
Because-
special election.
On a fast pace, you're talking about August, so
It
you're
would be
talking about
better
a
to be
3 month.
November.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
Fill the position until November,
until the special election, which would be held alongside with the general election in November.
Okay, so the laws allows this structure that we're talking about, very clearly. I just wanted to clarify special election versus
Yes.
going to that.
So with that, I would make a motion, we accept the
resignation.
vacancy, whatever the word is, resignation,
Resignation.
declare the vacancy.
I second.
Mhm.
second.
Can I make a short comment about this? I said so in the finance committee, but we've lost a valuable person on the council.
Absolutely.
And she's been invaluable on the finance committee. She has taught me a lot. We don't come from the same political backgrounds, but it has never made a difference here at the table. And it's a loss to this council, but I know that we'll fill the seat with somebody that's fantastic. But I do want to recognize what she's contributed to this body and to this city, both in helping getting the finance committee up and running, having the hard discussions. I commend her for the hard work, and she shall be missed by me, certainly, and I'm certainly by this body. So I just wanted to share.
I second that observation.
Thank you for saying that.
Now, so do we need to vote now?
A motion and a second.
I just have a quick question. Will we get clarification pretty quickly on what we're proposing? Or will we have to wait till the
I
next?
believe that you can do that. The only,
Law-
Okay, so we're
law
moving
states we
forward.
can.
Okay.
only
okay.
question that I think that remains is if the county is going to charge us anything extra if we put it in November. And they have not gotten back to me, but I think what I heard from you is regardless. we-
Regardless, yes, okay. So we're moving
People
forward.
need to
Okay.
Voting?
So now, before we vote, do we need to, you sent out, here's the parameters, we're gonna accept applications, so do we need to have this part of this motion?
I think
That- Or do we need to declare, okay, thank you, I'm sorry.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the resignation and declare a vacancy. So I'm gonna do roll call on that.
Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes,
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Increase,
Yes.
Zeba,
Yes.
Now, the second part is, how do we go about establishing that idea that we talk about?
Do we have to wait until a subsequent meeting or?
No, I think we do it now.
So
because
we could let our intention be known that we're going to appoint someone to fill the seat until the election could be held in November ideally. And that would give people the information to know whether to apply or not. I think that's what we need to.
The way it works is state law says you have to appoint at the next city council meeting because
Then
So it wouldn't be 2.5
tonight
years.
you declared the vacancy, then you need to appoint at the next one.
So here's my question, is
Yes.
there a time
limit, because I think it's very important that we have some time to go through all of the applications before the next city council. So if we're getting them the day before, that type of thing, like, is there a time limit to get those applications in? So that we have the time to meet or call or.
I would be, because someone could show up at the next and ask to be considered, I think is what we
Okay, so
talked through, so.
I mean, you
I mean, you could do that,
what
it's
you
just
want.
know that there could be somebody that shows up and
Did-
said, I still
Can I
want to
just
be considered.
ask, do we
Yeah.
need, do we feel that having only 7 of us for the next several months is a problem? Like, do we need to appoint someone?
It is,
Because
it is. a-
We
realistically,
need a
we are
representative
by
of the people.
appointed, well, we're all elected at large, so I don't know that that's quite as appropriate, but by appointing someone, we are saying this is the incumbent, and I think we all know how elections work, and that incumbents are really hard to beat. So basically, the person we choose will be the incumbent in November, and we're giving them a heck of an advantage. And there are several really qualified applicants that we are going to choose, and so I kind of feel like we're swaying the November election by appointing someone. I see the pros and cons, like, we've been down a member for a while, I see the need to complete our body, but I also kind of feel like we are definitely swaying the electorate if we appoint someone and and having them become the incumbent.
Do we
It is-
have to fill the vacancy?
It is a problem if we have 7 members, because it happened about a month ago, in which we voted 4-3. And I was quite confident that if Gayatri had been here, it would have been 4-4, then allowing the mayor to vote and dissolve the tie. But being 4-3 does not allow her to vote on a tie that could have happened if if the 8th member had been here. So it is a problem. So we need to select one person the next time we meet, out of the many who apply independently of when they put the deadline. And because each one of them is going to come to the front and do a 3 minutes or 2 minutes presentation, and then we can make up our mind as to what is the best. And
That's why the more time we have to, I mean, this isn't a really important appointment.
yes,
Is what Aubrey is saying, because when we appoint, we are saying.
we give them a preference.
Essentially, yeah, it's a pretty big boost.
Yes. On the other hand, the last time we did a nomination of one person for the council, a problem occurred in which one of us immediately motioned to accept one of the candidates. Another person immediately seconded that, and then only 2 others were needed to have the person elected. And it is very easy to get 2 out of 5 when there is a certain level of commotion at that moment. So what I have developed is a method that we could use, method that we could use in which the vote is, individual votes are secret, but then we publish them when we compile the results. We don't need to discuss this one.
I don't think we can do that. I think it has to be publicly discussed.
Yeah, it
It
needs to be.
will be, it will be
Publicly voted.
it will be publicly disclosed after the votes are, after the individual votes are.
You mean the results would be discussed, but everything else could be discussed before the vote.
Yes.
I think our votes need to be public.
They
Or
would
we
be
could
public.
just say everyone who throws their hat in the ring gets a chance to talk before we vote.
Sure, but I don't think any.
I think that's what they're saying. There were a couple people that didn't even get to speak last time because someone started the vote and we just voted and not everybody actually got a chance to.
Well, we can agree to those procedures.
So I think,
We don't vote
that-
until everybody speaks.
I mean, I'm still not completely sold on that we have to fill this vacancy.
Well, that was my question.
Because we could
Do
say
have-
they're installed, I think we could say that they're installed as of November
Yeah.
immediately upon the election.
What?
Is there legal precedent for
Is
that?
this?
The state law.
Well, for not filling a vacancy, like, is there no time?
You do not have to fill the vacancy prior to the special election.
You don't? Okay.
You may fill it until the special election.
And I will just say, like, when I came on the council many years ago, I was the only one to run for the seat. So right after the filing period ended, I was appointed. So we very well could have that situation play out. If only one person runs, we could appoint them, they could join the
Yeah.
council earlier.
Right, or
If
even
they
if
wait in
multiple
November,
people
they could
do.
join in
No,
Don't have to
because
wait
we
till
have to make
January.
An appointment, you have to see it at the next meeting, right? Am I correct on that?
Yes, you
Yeah,
need-
it's trained. I don't know.
But you can appoint someone, we could appoint someone after they've been elected, right, in November?
All I
Earlier
know
in
is for
January.
the vacancy statute in Arkansas, at the next meeting, you must appoint or choose to hold a special election. And or is,
Subsequent to that, you could. someone
I
could
don't
join
believe so.
earlier
I
if
know the
they've
law
been
changed in 2024. I would have to dig in to see if there's some exception that post being elected, you could be appointed, but for just the vacancy of the seat, that specific statute is an or, appointment or have a special election.
Anyway, your point is a good one, Aubrey. It is a huge
Mhm.
advantage.
Yeah, so either
And I-
next meeting, we either pick somebody or we set a special election date.
I almost feel like by picking
But
someone to
don't we
appoint,
need to
you
decide-
might as well just appoint someone because we're almost
Appoint them for the
we're
next-
almost appointing them, you know, by giving them that incumbent advantage, like we're giving them a pretty hefty advantage.
Nobody goes on
So-
vacation until January.
But what is the soonest we don't even know what the soonest we could have a special election. August.
August, yeah. Because with the new law, you can only have them 4 times a year.
Have that information.
The spring one's
We'll
too
do that.
soon, so it would be August.
Because the special election can be held now.
We have,
And this is something that,
I think it's August.
I think
The
so.
summer day would be.
and I've seen the school board go within
As
months.
soon as we have that information, we can share it with the city council before action is taken at the next meeting. So you can know if it's June, July, August, May. I don't know, but as soon as we have that, we'll share that with.
Because that would make a difference if it's June or June.
Yeah, if we.
No, it's,
If it's August, that's not that either.
yeah.
A special election will have a cost to the
Yeah.
city and also will have the problem of very low level of participation from the citizens.
But they have an option to participate. It's better than 8 of us or 7 of us. I'd
Well,
rather have the
The August.
participation
that's,
of 2,000 than I would of 7.
that's why we could do it until the end of this year, within the time frame of less than a year. And then we ask them, certainly with an advantage to the person that we select this time. But there will be not only the ones that are applying for this job today or in the following days, but also anybody else can apply from ward number 1.
I have a question. Is there a differentiation on the ballot between an appointed? Would an appointed person be an incumbent on the ballot?
Yeah.
They could use the title
Yeah.
council member, so.
They can use that, yeah, the title,
But that would
which
be a full-
indicates,
Full voting member, yeah.
Well, if the special election could be
Sooner than
June or July, then for me, I would rather have the citizens vote on it. If it can't be done until August or September, I don't think this body can have the vacancy that long for all the decisions that have to be made. It could be critical to have the 8th seat. We could have 8 meetings or so and get through that, hopefully. So do we have to decide the method tonight or just declare the vacancy and then declare by the next meeting, either we're going to appoint somebody or we're going to do a special election
So tonight, the vacancy has.
or the third option?
well,
Because
because,
there's officially a vacancy, so at the next meeting, you must appoint or determine to hold a special election.
Or the combination that we've discussed.
Correct.
well, and what Octavio says may or may not be true, because we already know Chris isn't gonna be here for May 12th, so we could very well have 3-3. You know, so,
You can choose.
well, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
So
Now
the
we keep
mayor is
special
still
election sounds
going,
pretty good.
I don't think what he's saying holds a lot of weight, because there is still that possibility
Yeah.
of being a tie. I mean, we've had very, very few ties.
But if one more person's
So
out,
I don't know that I can use that argument to stand up against what Aubrey is saying, because what Aubrey is saying is making a lot of sense, because I'm feeling a lot of pressure for a very big decision that honestly should be made by the constituents.
And we've gotten several very highly qualified applicants, like that could all fill the role very well. So it's hard for us 7 people to choose who the next representative, you know, should be, to me.
hasn't
I-
been that long ago, we all served 2-year terms.
We did. We were all, when we.
That's what I was
did. We were.
remembering too. That's
we were all-
that's more than a whole term we used to serve. So it's a.
I ran a special election.
We
In
have one
March, it was
person
random.
out next time. Or the same night you're out, we don't have a quorum.
Well, that's why I asked if
So,
anyone was gonna be out. So try not to get sick.
No one can
Beginning
get
is
sick
that
from May
No
12th.
one can get sick or go on vacation.
I'll be out in
Or celebrate their anniversary.
end
Or
of
celebrate your
June.
anniversary.
So let me ask you this, there's a lot of people out there that want to know, I mean, so they probably still should submit their applications,
Sure.
assuming that that could take place at our next council meeting.
Mhm.
But we are saying categorically that we have to leave that application window open all the way until the next city council meeting.
I don't think there's a formal requirement for an application window, much less one that would have to be closed by a certain date. You can take any information into consideration whenever you're making your.
Okay, so anybody can just
They
give
could
it,
show
but
up
we just
and make a
may
public
not
comment and.
Nominate
have
themselves.
read a thing about them when
Right.
we
I
get
think-
to the. okay.
And you do with that information
Yeah.
is, yeah.
My biggest concern is the cutoff date's the 11th and the meeting's the 12th. And that's not a lot of bandwidth
Yeah, that's what I'm.
for
thinking.
me to do the amount of research that I'm gonna do.
Can we do applications until, so that they can be included with the agenda? I mean, I guess you still would have to take them, but like, my opinion, if you kind of told everybody they needed to be in by when we send it out on Thursday on, before then they would be included in, you at least have them included in the agenda, so everybody.
Someone could still
knows
show
that
up
it's
and
submitted.
nominate themselves.
Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
right?
I think that's smart.
But I think we've already published the
Yes,
11th.
we've already told them the 11th online. So
Which-
people are,
But
but if people,
we know
for
for sure.
a
that
job
we're gonna get to
candidate,
the point.
I would hope they get me the resume before,
So
They could
give me
submit
time to
their
look at it if they wait till the
special-
evening.
That is a question for me, though. So if we've said the 11th, but we get applications, do we go ahead and include those with the agenda when we send it out? Because we have those?
We can modify the original agenda and add those applications that came later.
So we don't,
That's right.
we're saying
The
that.
agenda that's posted is the agenda as of the date of its
Date,
posting.
yeah.
We can read.
Yeah, it's not that I want to restrict someone from being able to apply. I just want to be able to have the time to
Meet them and
do
say
my
hi.
job.
But if they are able to come to the meeting when the situation is being discussed and do their presentation, they also have the right to do that at that very moment.
Well, they should all be at the meeting anyway. Really, that's my opinion.
Okay, so
Mm.
Organized.
we will get the, and I was trying to,
So at this point,
luck.
we have no, we have no decision as to how we're doing this.
so here's the questions I have in front of the county. How soon could a special election be held? And what are the procedures from a county perspective on holding a special election for an open city seat? What are the costs that the city would incur? Could the seat be held open until the general election? And could the city hold its special election on that day to coincide with the general election? Would that decision impact the cost either way?
Yeah.
So that's what I've got in
Good.
front of them to get answered.
Could we also ask if that person could be sworn in and begin in November if we don't appoint?
That's probably a Bonnie question. but
That's probably.
State.
To fill the seat immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Take.
We can try to get you information on that. Might be a peculiar case.
Because if it's
We're
an
gonna have to
open
know
seat-
that one way or the other, though, with the legal, we may have to go, and that mean would be more of a question at the municipal league level to give legal advice on, or if there's any precedence on it.
Special elections, sounding better.
It is either we give them a person that we nominate the advantage of being the incumbent, or we get, next, in 2 meetings from today, we'll get a person that sits on it.
So I think what I'm hearing is you definitely want to do the special election in November, which we have determined we can do that. The question is if you want to appoint someone to fill between next council meeting and that special election. So that's something that y'all need to,
I don't know.
They wanted the timing if it could be sooner.
Or if it's gonna cost us the same difference either way, how soon could it be?
and I do have, yeah, you have that. If
Knowing
If
that
it
we
costs
have
the same, if,
different-
yeah, can we do it
I mean, when we talk about costs, what are we, are we talking thousands or?
We get charged, every election, the municipalities get charged for that, so that they get charged by the county. So I just, because of this being a special election, I don't know exactly, and I think I'm not exactly sure it's calculated if it's on per capita and if that changes amount. So I do have the question, Jim, I just didn't have it for you, I don't have it for you tonight, so.
Okay, and you'll let us know when you find it.
If we decide for nominating one person in the next meeting, I strongly recommend the method that I presented because it will remove the problem that I noticed the last time we did.
So, and this is a legal question, because you're kind of doing a secret, I don't know, you're doing a ballot. I personally like what you're saying, I just don't know if we can do that.
No, this is the way that it will work. All of us get a ballot with the names of the candidates, and we get a scoring column in which we add the numbers of points that we want to give to each one of those candidates. That part is secret, and that part is given to the clerk or the lawyer, and then they tabulate it as it is in the second diagram over here. They tabulate it and they present it on the screen. At that moment, it becomes public.
It's just a secret.
It is a secret ballot to begin with, because if we don't do it,
I think I'm
But it's not staying secret. That's the point that
Right.
Augusta
Yeah.
is making. So it's a
Yeah.
public
Yeah.
vote. It's
What we did talk about, and I know you guys were reaching this today too, is that we could go into executive session and Gus, did we determine that we could or couldn't do that? I don't know.
Unknown.
No, okay.
There are a couple words where they use a couple different letters at the end of the word, and I don't know if it changes the meaning of the code and their intent. So you can go into executive session to discuss the resignation, appointments, et cetera, of public officers, which is not defined in Arkansas State Code. Public officials is.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's intentional or not. That could be Scrivener's error. That could have been an intentional use of a different word. So it's unknown if executive session could be used. That's out for municipal league's interpretation as well. I would lean that the intent would be a public official. But with it not being defined, I can't give a 100% certain answer tonight.
on the other hand, the executive meeting, it is not needed if each one of us has a ballot with the names of the candidates and the number of points that we are assigning to each one of them. At that point, it's secret, it's confidential, it's only for us. But then we provide the information to the clerk or the lawyer, and they account those numbers.
If their totals equal, like if you have two people that have the same. And the mayor gets to say, yeah, it's a, thanks, yeah.
Well,
So I'm just saying, like, I think we're getting super complicated on these things, but, and
I will do my research on that. My hunch would be as long as the ballots were read into the record after they were cast, should be okay, because anything that was conducted would then be on the public record.
Yes.
Can't give you that a definitive tonight, but that would be assumption.
Okay,
okay,
great.
does anybody want to withdraw their application after hearing how they might be rethinking it? Okay. All right, so,
Chance to join a dysfunctional.
we will get the answers from the county on this, but we'll get that to you, but, I would say if you have put an application in, you definitely want to be at the next city council meeting where the decision will be made to appoint someone or, hold off on appointing and do a special election in November. So hopefully that's as clear as mud for everybody out there, I think, but, all right, let's go. We do have a consent agenda, so do we want to read all of our consent agenda items and vote on that?
We made it clear that they can have applications all the way through the 11th.
Yes.
I think we
Okay.
should, yeah, all the way through the 11th.
We need to go through 4, 5, and 6 before we go to the consent agenda.
We can do that if you would like to do that. All right, ordinance establishing the 2026 fees for the Bentonville Public Library, item number 4.
Yay, library.
New business item number 4, an ordinance establishing the 2026 Bentonville Public Library fees, declaring an emergency and for other purposes.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion?
I had one question, sorry. So on the spreadsheet that was listed, the highlight, it said this is not change on the non-resident library card, and it says 25, but I thought it was gonna be 30.
No, I believe it's $25 a
Did it
year.
say- I looked
Is
at
it,
the
is it? Okay.
because on here it
$25
says
for 2
library
years.
card non-resident
Mm-hmm.
fee remains the same as $30, 2-year per household. So,
That's in the same document.
yeah, and then here it says 25 per household every 2 years. Do you
The
see what-
fee did not change. There was a typo in the original fee and fine schedule. As I'm sitting here looking at you, I can't remember if it's $25 for 2 years or $30 for 2
Because
years.
there's a discrepancy because on the written part it says 30, but then on the spreadsheet,
That might have been
it
the other
says
discrepancy.
25. So
Sarah, help me.
I'm sorry, I just,
I think you're right. I think you picked that up and I think that's a good question to clarify.
because it does say this is not changed.
It's
but
not
then it
changed.
says 2/11/2025. So I thought that might have been,
What's our current fee?
Like I said, I don't remember. Isn't that terrible?
No, I don't remember either. So I-
It's whatever it is.
resident. So I don't,
I know. I'll see if we've got it on our website real quick, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is embarrassing. Right after National Library Week and everything.
Don't believe.
no, and I literally caught it like at 10 o'clock last night.
Mhm.
My bandwidth has been pretty short.
Octavio, you're my numbers guy. Do you remember? You were on vacation? And
It's definitely two different numbers, one up in the document, one on the budget.
I can go either way if that helps. I just,
Can you amend it just to say that it'll stay the same?
I'm okay with that. But I just want to be sure you guys are good
it
with
doesn't
it.
mess with your budget though, if that was something.
Online it says
says
non-resident, say
$25.
25. Mine.
That's what it
Okay,
says. in
so
the
what-
budget.
AI says 25.
Can we just amend that Word doc that says library card non-resident fee remains the same at $30 / 2 years per household? Just make it 25.
30 or 25.
25.
So we amend,
Well, this says 30, but I think we've all agreed it should say 25.
No change.
so we make a motion to amend the document presented.
The memorandum.
To
It's
match
just on
the budget.
memorandum.
Yeah, it's a supporting document. Do you have to
I don't.
amend
No.
that?
It should be accurate.
So what we're saying is this $25, that first line, non-resident library card is correct in this
In the spreadsheet,
spreadsheet.
in the attachment that's for the ordinance.
But on the memorandum, it says $30.
But it should say 25.
Yes.
The ordinance that I am reading and that you are passing says $25.
Great.
Okay.
Let's
Great.
go with that.
There we go.
That's correct. I have a typo in my memo.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. I just want to make sure it's clear for our constituents and,
You're gonna read the,
hey, I'm your best patron, so.
I don't think we've.
we haven't done it, but, in the ordinance, it has 25, so we are good.
For non-resident library cards, current 25, new is blank. Notes, this is not changed. Document edit reflects approved fee 2/11/2025.
In 2025, the spreadsheet showed $25 per year, but our intent with the library board was to be $25 for 2 years per household. So that's the reason.
Every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what is in here.
Motion and a second on the table.
Yep.
Thank you.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez, Patterson.
Yes.
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter.
Yes.
Section 2, emergency clause, the need to make this change is immediate so as not to affect the opening of the meeting room reservation system. An emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from the date of its passage and approval.
So moved.
Second.
Second roll call, please.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre.
Yes.
Eva. Yes. Suter.
Yes.
Burkhart.
Yes.
Item number 5 is an ordinance amending the municipal code regarding the library advisory board.
New business item number 5, an ordinance amending City of Bentonville Municipal Code, Article 12-VII, Library Advisor Board, and for other purposes.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree,
Yes.
Hiba,
Yes.
Suter,
Yes.
Urquhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Item number 6 is an ordinance amending the municipal code regarding the library.
New business item number 6, an ordinance amending City of Bentonville Municipal Code, Chapter 54, Library, and for other purposes.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree,
Yes.
Hiba,
Yes.
Suter,
Yes.
Urquhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
We're starting with item 7. We have consent agenda items. Would you like to read those?
Moving to consent agenda, new business item number 7, a resolution amending the 2026 budget for the purchase of property at 910 Southeast 14th Street in the amount of $2,500,000 and for other purposes. New business item number 8, a resolution declaring certain property belonging to the City of Bentonville Police Department as surplus property, authorizing its disposal and for other purposes. New business item number 9, a resolution amending the 2026 budget to accept and recognize funds from the Arkansas Municipal League to the Police Department in the amount of $51,550 for other purposes. New business item number 16 in the City Council for the City of Bentonville, Arkansas. New business number 18, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Carroll Electric Cooperative Corporation and for other purposes. New business item number 19, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Fuse Corp. For an executive fellowship program in the amount of $20,000, amending the 2026 budget and for other purposes. New business item number 21, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an amended agreement with Height Jackson Associates in the amount of $53,387 for added scope and additions to the Bentonville Parks Maintenance Facility and for other purposes. New business item number 22, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to apply for a Northwest Arkansas Regional Planning Carbon Reduction Program grant for construction of the Eagle Way project and for the purposes. New business item number 23, a resolution expressing the willingness of the City of Bentonville, COB, to utilize federal aid transportation alternative program or recreational trails program funds. New business item number 24, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to apply for a Arkansas Regional Planning Surface Transportation Block Grant Program, attributable grant for construction of the Eagle Way Trail Project and for other purposes. New business item number 25, a resolution expressing the willingness of the City of Bentonville, COB, to utilize federal aid transportation alternatives program or recreational trails programs funds. New business item number 26, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to accept a grant from the Federal Aviation Administration in the amount of $84,360 to construct an aircraft parking apron at the Bentonville Municipal Airport, amending the 2026 budget and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 2, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with the Bella Vista Village Property Owners Association for the sale of water and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 3, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Chemtrade Chemicals US LLC in the amount of $104,550 for aluminum sulfate and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 5, a resolution awarding bid IFB-26-11 to Suncoast Infrastructure for sanitary sewer collection system improvements in an amount not to exceed $584,814 and for other purposes. Utility Board number 6, a resolution awarding bid IFB-26-12 to Bennett Inc. for sanitary sewer collection system improvements in an amount not to exceed $122,020 and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 7, a resolution awarding bid IFB-26-13 to Bennett Inc. for sanitary sewer collection system improvements in an amount not to exceed $342,471.80 and for other purposes. Utility Board item number 8, a resolution awarding bid IFB-26-14 to Bennett Inc. for sanitary sewer collection system improvements an amount not to exceed $1,056,080 and for other purposes.
So moved.
Second,
A motion and a second. Any other discussion?
just want to say, I appreciate the thought that went into purchasing the property by the police department. I think that's really important that we have enough room to operate there. It's such a great location. So thank you for, yeah. If anything else comes available, I mean, it's a great, you know, it's right in the middle of our city, so it's a good spot.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Acree,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson.
Yes. Okay, items 7, 8, and 9 were consent. We'll go to item number 10, which is the ordinance requesting a waiver of bid to purchase a replacement police vehicle.
New business item number 10, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Superior Auto Group of Siloam Springs, Arkansas, in the amount of $72,874.75 for the purchase of a 2026 Dodge Durango PPV AWD replacement vehicle, waiving competitive bidding and for purposes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ziba,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree.
Yes.
Item number 11 is a public hearing and an ordinance vacating a utility easement. This time, I will open the public hearing. Is there anyone in person or online to speak on this item? I do have one person signed up, but I think they're just here to answer questions. Is that right? Okay. Seeing and hearing none, I will close the public hearing.
New business item number 11, an ordinance vacating utility access easement located at lot 37 of Clarendon Heights of Bentonville subdivision of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0009.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree,
Yes.
Ziba.
Yes.
Item number 12 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating the utility easement. This time I will open the public hearing for this item. Is there anyone online or in person to speak on this item? Not seeing or hearing anyone, I'll close the item for the hearing. Sorry.
New business item number 12, an ordinance vacating utility easement located at block 3, lots 11-12 of Fairfield Edition of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0012.
Second.
Motion in a second. Roll call, please.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Item number 13 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating a utility easement. We'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone online or in person to speak on this? Seeing and hearing none, I'll close the public hearing.
New business item number 13, an ordinance vacating utility easement located at 503 Crooked Road of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0015.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acree,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Item number 14 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating a utility easement. This time we'll open the public hearing. Everyone online or in person to speak on this item? Seeing or hearing anyone, we'll close the public hearing.
New business item number 14, an ordinance vacating utility easement located crossing parcels 01-00254-000, 01-00262-000, and 01-00256-00 of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0022.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba, Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Item number 15 is a public hearing and ordinance vacating the utility easement. This time I'll suspend the public hearing for this item. Anyone online or in person to speak on this item? Hearing, seeing, or not hearing or seeing anyone, we'll close the public hearing.
New business item number 15, an ordinance vacating utility easement located at Lot 8, Block 2 of Robinair Heights of the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, Benton County, Arkansas, VAC 26-0024.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Item number 16 was on consent agenda, so we'll go to item number 17, which is a resolution accepting an award from the Arkansas Site Development Program.
New business item number 17, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to accept an Arkansas Site Development Program grant award from the Arkansas Economic Development Commission in the amount of $142,500, supporting the advancement of an industry and innovation district, amending the 2026 budget and for other purposes.
Wait, is it 17? That's 17, right?
Yes.
So I just have a question. Is Tyler here? Enter Tyler. So Tyler, thank you for applying for grants like this. I have a question about, kind of, are we committing to a certain type of project on that land by agreeing to this grant? Because it kind of says it's looking to attract industrial and advanced manufacturing. And personally, I don't think large manufacturing and industrial is necessarily what we want in that spot. So are we, by accepting this grant, are we locking ourselves into that kind of project?
We're already kind of locked into that type of project on that land because it's currently zoned I-2 heavy industrial. And it was originally acquired as part of what's called BIDC, or the Bentonville Industrial Development Complex, whatever the C
Okay.
is. So the idea being, when we acquired it, as we've built that area out, is that it would be used for industry employment type of uses.
And I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just wondering, like, are we locking ourselves in with this, and what?
I think, say we do this first round of environmentals, of due diligence studies, and then when we come back and do future infrastructure improvements out there, because we own it, we have some ability to say, okay, are we going to sell it outright? Are we going to do a land lease like what we have with the Armory today? But ultimately, anything that's built out there would be in accordance with I-2 zoning or LFI in the new code.
Tyler, when city council approval?
Yeah, any kind of sale, disposition, anything like that would have to be approved by you all.
Any other discussion?
If I understand, just to make sure,
Mhm.
to your point, that if this just clears these hurdles and we have a grant for these hurdles, that if we choose to sell, it would move the entitlement process for the buyer. It
Mhm.
would already have this process taken care of, or it helps us move forward if we want to develop those other parcels and make it developed property. But it doesn't keep us from either selling or making other choices.
Yep.
This is just a phase that will necessarily need to be done, whether we develop it or others. So if we chose to sell it, that's just an entitlement process that's already completed and makes the property more valuable.
Yep. The idea is getting it shovel ready for whatever type of development occurs there.
It's been a hot topic, in a lot of surrounding communities about, this is not, a special district or anything, but I just want to kind of
I hear you.
be clear of, kind of what we're agreeing to, and, making sure that we're not,
Yeah, I had
over agreeing to, to anything by accepting this.
I had some constituents reach out to me, and what brought this grant about? Like, what was, like,
That's one of the five properties we've been talking
Mhm.
to the owner there. And so this grant allows us to get the environmentals and different things. We did ask for a larger grant to get it more shovel ready but we have received a portion of it, and so, but for anything to go out there, these things what we're doing out there have to happen.
Hopefully it'll allow us to develop it. Someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The idea with this first phase is really to clear environmentals, due diligence studies, the types of things we would need to do if we wanted to say, make it a certifiable site. But the full grant request we asked for was that in addition to looking at sewer capacity improvements and the roadway network that would need to be built out there, which, we could revisit in future grant cycles.
I think it currently, it does tie back to the industrial development or in the, what has to happen, what can go into that, really what, tied to what needs to go out there. But in general, this is one of the 5 pieces of property that we said that and we could currently take anybody could come in and give us a bid on the property.
Yep.
They're able to do these things. We think that the value of the property increases, right? So
So the total property is 100 acres.
Mhm.
So theoretically, I don't want to throw a value out there to get a low bid or anything, but it's significant, would take care of all the capacity issues of the sewer in the basin, plus some, sell that out.
But I think it does matter what goes in there. And that
Well, it would
our,
still have to be
and that our
industrial.
And it could be.
citizens
still would
want.
run through.
It'd be light
It could be
industry.
warehouse, it could
But
be
if it's,
manufacturing,
Already zoned that way.
but if it's
whatever.
large scale, it wouldn't come to us. Correct.
If you're selling the property or if you are doing a land lease, anything like that would have to come to you guys for,
But if it was a large scale development, it wouldn't come to us.
We'd have to
if you're
go-
selling the property, it's going to come to you because we own the property
Because
today.
we wouldn't be doing the large scale. development.
Correct. I don't want to build an industrial manufacturing facility. I don't think you guys do either. So
Just for the record, I'm just trying to get it all out there for clarification, because there are some red flags that went up on this. And I did get some comments.
Well, the idea of us being able to either sell it, have options on the property, we've been trying to market that property for 10 years.
We have,
And so
and in full disclosure, like, there's no plans for this property that have been brought, we literally are trying to get some of the stuff that has to be done for anything to go out there. So I just want to be very transparent with that. There is nobody that is
I think-
not, and so,
Yeah.
because I know that there's all kinds of conversations going out there, and that's just not, but I do think we've had the property for quite some time. We actually do pay property taxes on that, and that's why we should figure out how to get it.
And I think this,
Yeah,
this is a little different than some of the other discussions that have been going around about other people's property rights. This is
Yeah.
city.
But that's
property.
what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get.
So it's already city
clarification.
property. We're not gonna
Okay.
take anybody else's property and
Yeah.
determine what goes on.
well, this property is defined by its parcel numbers, so there's nothing else being discussed but those properties.
It's not private.
And it,
property, it's
either we
city.
sell it or keep it or do something with it. There's no other laws.
No.
We're not an industrial development, like authority that we're talking about before. This has nothing to do with it.
right.
This is
Wanna make
just,
something
we have
with
it zone industrial. We want to do something with the land. I like having the options open, improving the entitlement process and having that extra value there. For me, I would like to see the money in the cash and we sell it to somebody and we fill out the infrastructure out there, all the sewer. 20 million or better would pay for all that out there. And so I like the options of just doing this first phase and seeing what we decide to do with it.
And I appreciate Aubrey for opening up the discussion, because I think that helps the constituents understand the difference.
Mhm.
So thank you, Aubrey, because I did have a little question mark next to
The
that.
point in this conversation is that everything remains under our authority,
Mhm.
nobody else's. It is the city and the council as a unity or as a unit, the ones making the decision in whatever we do with that property. But in the meantime, what we are discussing now is only the acceptance, the acceptance of a grant or award in order to prepare this land in order to make it more appetizing for any developer.
Great.
Is there a motion in a second on the table?
In a second.
Yes.
We can do this as a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Not too far, Tayo.
Passes unanimously. Item number 18 was on consent agenda, 19 was on consent agenda. Item number 20 is a resolution approving a change order authorizing an amended agreement with CEI Engineering.
New business item number 20, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an amended agreement with CEI Engineering in the amount of $144,000 for bidding services, construction administration, and construction observation for Phase 2 of the McCollum Side Path project and for other purposes.
Second.
And the only reason I pulled this off of the consent agenda was because I was curious. Within the lines of the agenda, it said due to current project backlog, purchasing division has not been able to advertise. So what is that backlog looking like? Like, is that something we need to be made aware of? That, is there something?
Well, so we're pushing these projects out to the engineering to bid out. We had a purchasing agent leave in December, and then the other one came in and she just left 2 weeks ago. So we have a little bit of a backlog. So to not get further behind, we're pushing these out to the engineering company so we can get our projects completed.
So there's a solution to the.
This is the solution.
Right, no, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
this is
great.
the-
I just, when I read that, I mean, it
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
gave me pause because what, is there something we can do as a body?
No, we're doing.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Wait, don't leave yet.
Oh,
I have one more question on that particular side path project. Was any of that funded by grants?
$1 million of it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Items 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 were on consent agenda. So we'll go to utility board number 1, which is an ordinance to waive bids to order 750 copper underground wire.
Utility Board, item number 1, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to waive competitive bidding and enter into an agreement with Stuart Irby for the purchase of 750 copper underground wire per unit prices in the estimated amount of $863,053.13, providing for the emergency clause and for other purposes.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Reba? Yes. Suter?
Yes.
Burkhart?
Yes.
Hook?
yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Acre?
Yes.
Section 3, emergency clause, the need to make this purchase is immediate and an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from the date of its passage and approval.
Moved.
Second.
Mayor, I know this was on consent about the contract with Bella Vista. I just wanted to say thank you to our team. Mayor, sorry,
Mayor?
That's okay.
We're voting on the
Let's
emergency
get the
clause.
vote on the emergency clause and then.
I apologize.
That's okay. You're good, you're good. Let's just get the vote real quick, so we don't forget to get the vote, so, all right.
Suter?
Curtis, bud.
Yes.
Burkhart?
Yes.
Hook?
Yes.
Sanchez? Patterson?
Yes.
Acre?
Yes.
Reba? Yes.
Okay, so I just want to thank the team. I know it was a big change from the initial contract, but I think it turned out fantastic. Mayor, good job. Preston and everybody that helped negotiate that, everybody on the team did a great job. It was a tough stance we took, and I think we really came up with a good contract. So thank you so much, and thank you to Preston and all his team and everybody involved in that. I think it's a good contract. Thank you.
Items 2 and 3 were on consent agenda. So we'll go to item 4 under utility board, which is an ordinance approving a waiver of bid to purchase a direct replacement for a compost grinder.
Utility Board, item number 4, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to waive competitive bidding and enter into an agreement with JWC Environmental for the purchase of a direct replacement compost grinder in the amount of $54,750, providing for the emergency clause and for other purposes.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Burkhart?
Yes.
Hook?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Acre?
Yes.
Reba? Yes. Suter?
Yes.
Section 3 emergency clause, the need to make this purchase is immediate and an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from the date of its passage and approval.
Second.
A second, roll call please.
Burkhart,
Yes.
sorry, Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Ziba. Yes. Souter,
Yes.
Items 5, 6, 7, and 8 were on consent agenda, so we'll go to planning item number 1, which is a lot split of lots 2 and 3 of Hanwa addition.
Planning item number 1, an ordinance accepting a lot split of Lot 1 of Hanwha Addition, creating new lots 2 and 3 of Hanwha Addition to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for their purposes. Project number LS 22-0051.
Motion, second, any other discussion? Roll call please.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez, Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba.
Yeah.
Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Number 2 is a lot split of lots 2 and 3 of McKessick Springs addition.
Planning item number 2, an ordinance accepting a lot split of Lot 1 of McKissick Springs Addition, creating new lots 2 and 3 of McKissick Springs Addition to the city of Bentonville, Arkansas, and for their purposes. Project number LS 26-0006.
A motion and a second, any other discussion? Roll call please.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Ziba. Yes. Souter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Item number 3 is a rezoning from DN3 high density residential to DN4 downtown mixed use residential.
Planning item number 3, an ordinance changing real estate in the city of Bentonville, Arkansas from its present zoning classification of DN3 downtown high-density residential to DN4 downtown mixed-use residential, and for the purposes, project number RZ 26-0021.
So,
We do have someone here to speak on this item. Brad Estinger. Just answer, okay.
Tyler, are these still the old code because this came through before we, okay.
Correct. And that's why if you look in the staff report, and I believe in the adopting ordinance in the bottom whereases as well, we talk about 4.2 and 5.1 in both.
So yeah, you know, what you wrote in there about height, which would be the biggest concern because there are single family homes on both sides and this is not that big of a lot. Because the new code has that built-in protection, right? Basically that the 50-foot, give or take, would be the same.
Right. So what ends up happening is it's this lot we're talking about right here. Because you have R1 on both sides, you have the height transitions from R1, which caps it to the R1 height limit within 50 feet, both sides of these, if it's in T 5.1.
Which would be pretty close to the same as what it's zoned at, the height of what it's
Correct.
zoned at right now.
Yes.
But it could become commercial.
Correct.
Yeah. Mixed use. So
It
that
does
would
allow
be,
for mixed use.
okay, in between the two houses,
Any other?
which I get, this is part of the master plan, but this one still gives me Rob because, and this was one of the areas that we discussed in depth. Because I think what was stated was like, this was a 10-year plan, so it was gonna happen like later, and now here we are.
But it could be like what's west of those pink buildings to the west, that's mixed use. Some townhouses and
Hexton Road, Hexton Studios is right here.
I think what the,
Is there commercial?
Yes.
Yeah, just some light office and.
I think what the concern is though, like, I mean, are there plans to, those streets are like one ways pretty much back there. Like they're extremely narrow. And I'm guessing that's not going to change. Not that this one project really makes that much of a difference, but that whole area, you know, I don't think it's just this one project. That whole area is building up like crazy and it's a dead end, you know, cul-de-sac that's extreme. And I know there's construction, I think, which makes, I drove it just to kind of get a feel for it. And, you know, it's just so narrow, like the thought of
Well,
you know,
I mean,
adding more
I
there.
would say none of this existed until the Howard came in and until we did the improvements to the park. So it's as rezonings and redevelopment
Yeah.
occurs that that street would be widened because we require F-street improvements, and depending on the amount of stuff they're doing, might even require traffic studies or additional off-site improvements.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Patterson,
Yes.
Acre,
Yes.
Eba. Yes. Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Item number 4 is a rezoning from A1 agricultural to R1 low density single family residential.
Planning item number 4, an ordinance changing real estate in the city of Bentonville, Arkansas from its present zoning classification of A1 agricultural to R1 low-density single-family residential and for the purposes. Project number RZ 26-0022.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Acre,
Yes.
Eba, Suter,
Yes.
Burkhart,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Patterson.
Yes. So that concludes our voting agenda for tonight. So if I can get a motion to adjourn, and then we do have some individuals signed up to speak on items outside of.
So moved.
Second.
Motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, with that, we will go to those signed up to speak on items outside of the agenda, published agenda. In person, we have Zarek Latour, is that right? Alec, sorry.
What was it? I just wanted to remind you that there should be a specific decimal limits for specific frequency bands. Because as of now, the momentary, as literally as it shakes my windows. You can't escape the sound. It goes through the buildings because they comply, I believe, with the decimal limits, but it's a general decimal limit for any frequency. And they have very low frequency speakers, which are pointed at my house. And I also recommend that is there a fine for if they break these decimal limits? I think there should be a fine according to Arkansas Code Annotated 14 dash, I think 53-504, I don't know, but that is all.
Online, Celia Swanson? Or she? Okay. Lara Duncan? Lara Duncan?
Anybody else?
Okay. Kevin Butler.
Here.
Okay. Well, that is who I have.
Is that from this? Because he was at the last one. Okay. I just want to make sure we had the right date.
This was what was printed and given to me, so I'm assuming it was, but.
Get the old information.
Someone else, maybe they printed the wrong way, I don't know, but, okay. All right, with that, we will go to committee reviews.
I think that
So AMP Commission met. Their big news is they are in their new home with the entrance on the back side of the Massey building. So it's kind of fun. They're where City Hall used to be. And they are having so Visit Bentonville and the Chamber of Commerce are now there, and they're having a grand opening. Let me make sure I get the date right. Tuesday, May 5th, from 4 to 6. So check out their new space there, and they're also going to have a kind of a separate little visitors area there at so kind of entrance back by the Lady Slipper, kind of back there. So checking out their new home, which is pretty exciting, so.
Okay, Active Transportation Advisory Board met. And there's some exciting things happening. The tunnel under 14th, west of the NWAC campus and west of Arvest and Sam's is coming. We've received several grants for that. So that should be coming in next year. So that should be really helpful to get people through that section. There are several new positions coming to Parks and Rec. We have a bike ped position and then 5 others. They're on 2.5-year grants and until 2029 when the city will take over those positions. I think that's good.
Becky, a question regarding the vacancy that is now existing. Wasn't Gayatri on that?
Oh,
She was, so last committee, we
What's in
appointed
me?
Becky. She was on the last
Yeah.
council meeting.
Oh.
Oh, and took her spot. I'm sorry, I thought that was a different position, so thank you for the clarification.
And there, we did have one of the sergeants come and talk through the accident reports, what the reports for the last, I think, year were. It explained how those are filed, how those are reported, whether they're on private property or on public property. And that was good information. So we appreciate the police sergeant coming out to inform us on those things.
Is that in the packet for that committee? So if we want to look at that report, will we be able to pull up the agenda for that committee and find that report?
There's actually, this is something that we can check online with Parks and Rec. I think
I'd like to see it, so I just don't know how to access it. Let us know how to access
I'll figure that out.
yeah, I think they're updating this regularly, so I think there's a way that, right? Check that out.
If we can get it.
I think there's a portal on the police too.
Yes.
You can drill into about accidents.
So
There it is.
what we were gonna do is figure out what y'all were doing with the appointment, and then that person we were gonna put on the finance committee, or if they wanted to trade with somebody, we were gonna kind of do it that way, because we were waiting to fill the finance committee. However, if we hold on appointing somebody, we'll have to have another discussion about how we do that, but. Go ahead.
With regard to the A and B Commission, there's a luncheon on Friday, May the 8th. I think we all should have gotten an invitation. It's a stakeholder luncheon.
Yeah.
To talk about the tourism master plan. If you haven't gotten an invitation and you want to be there, let us know. Should be good information. And then Octavio, the mayor did send out the letter. You had to click on the link. It's a SharePoint link. And I finally got it open.
Oh, that's so
You have to
high.
put your password in and then Duolingo and
Oh,
It's so high tech.
anyway, it was on your email. And then the Parks Department has the Adult Recreation Center soft opening on Thursday, April 30th, which is this Thursday. That's gonna be opening
Jay,
and that's that.
I don't have anything.
The only thing I had was obviously at our last city council meeting, we voted on the East Central project, and just an observation I made over last week, Walmart was holding their growth forum and they had about 12 to 15 charter buses, and they literally had the pleasure of hiring Benton County Sheriff Department to be on Moberly to get their buses out, because they know that there's a problem, and they paid the deputies for 3 days to be able to get their buses out on Moberly. The neighborhoods there that are blocked in do not have that ability to help them get out. So it was a great observation, because they know there's a problem. We know there's a problem, but we haven't come up with a solution. But I did think that was interesting that they made sure their buses were able to get out in a timely manner because a safety concern.
The link on the email that was sent on Wednesday, it's immediately after the information about the application process. It doesn't mention anything about the resignation letter that was sent.
Okay, well, it's attached.
If you hit
Okay.
it though, it's attached.
And I will resend it to you just to make sure, and I'll take it out of the link and have it.
Should we add it
So
to
I
the
will-
agenda?
yeah, I will get you what you want, I promise. Do
Should
it.
we add that to the agenda packet,
Very techy.
just so
Very
that,
techy.
Good job.
Low tech.
yeah.
Low tech.
I was looking for it in the agenda packet and it wasn't in that, but I don't know that it's not a bad idea to add that to it, just so that we have it documented.
Well, we've accepted the resignation and we've
Okay.
declared it vacant, so we've officially recognized the cease.
Okay, we did get around, we do have Square to Square on Saturday, if anybody wants to ride. We do have, Bike to School Week going on, this week, so make sure. They had a pretty big bike train in the southwest part of the city, and I think they're doing kind of in different part of the city each week, so we do have the kids out there on the bikes.
Tomorrow's Third Street.
Friday is Apple Glen.
So.
Thank you, Nick.
It'll be my first time on a bike, but I mean,
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, great.
Hey, Bob.